Hello, and welcome to CAN TV's Public Access Show. I'm Troy McMillan, and this is Eva Gallagher, and we're from the Illinois Department of Employment Security. And we're co-hosting a show we're calling IDES and You. Okay, it's a pre-recorded show on CAN TV 21. So during the show, Eva and I, along with the help of agency subject matter experts, will explain our various resources and services. And one such service, we'll just dive right in, one such service is called Illinois JobLink, which is our statewide job board. Eva's going to pull up the website and we're going to walk you through it.
So on the website, you see tabs. The first one is individuals, where down the list you can see FAQ and how can IllinoisJobLink.com work for you. The next one, let's click on it quickly. And you have more information. Then we can go to individuals again and also take a look at job fairs and special events, which will give you a whole list of events available in each month of the year, where you can click on them and find out more information.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that, Eva. Okay. So just also to remind you that you can visit the IDES website, which is on the bottom of the screen, and also you can call us at Employment Services and for Illinois JobLink at the number that's listed on the screen. So, okay, there in Illinois JobLink you can apply for jobs, and as Eva said, you can look for job fairs and hiring events. Okay, so for the next 25 minutes, it is your chance to learn about Illinois College to Career. As mentioned, this is a pre-recorded show, but if you have questions or comments or praises, you can call the number that's on your screen right now. Okay. All right, Eva, let's get started. Eva Gallagher is a workforce outcomes manager, okay, with IDES. And she's going to talk to us again about Illinois College to Career. So my very first question is, Eva, what is a workforce outcomes manager?
Sure. As a workforce outcomes manager, I manage projects that develop training and education outcomes throughout Illinois. And if you want to know what is Illinois College to Career,
yes,
it is one of our projects. And it is a free interactive website for students and parents to make more informed decisions about their higher education choices in Illinois.
Okay.
The idea is to help users make college decisions based on a real-time successes of schools graduates. The tool helps us to find best college match for the user and includes information such as how much debt a student can incur, or what is the tuition cost in a given college, and how much students can expect to earn after graduating from different academic programs that are available in Illinois colleges.
Okay. Okay, so basically what you're saying, you're a student, you're a parent, and you want to know what I can expect after I graduate from that college. Okay, all right, great. Well, this is going to be very interesting. So how do we access this information?
Yes, this is a website, so what we can do is go to the box and type in www.ilcollege2career.com. And this will give us a website that is adjusted to cell phone dimensions or tablets. So it looks like an app, but there is no need for any downloads.
Okay. So you're saying that I don't have to go to Google Play or the Google Store or the App Store.
No.
I can just go to a website.
Just type it in a box and go straight to it.
Okay, great. Thanks.
So let's take a look at it. First, we get a prompt to either check out tutorial, which we're not going to do right now because I'll take you through it, and find your match now. And we have choose your options and go. What type of colleges do you want to attend? We have 2-year college or 4-year college.
Okay. So I'm going to stop you right there and ask you, please tell our viewers a little bit about what is a 2-year college and a 4-year college.
Yes, I'm glad you're asking about it because we have a great resource at your disposal. If you go to the website, you see a little button with the question mark. You can click on it and that will give you the answer for a lot of questions throughout the website. So for this one, we have 2-year colleges, Illinois Community College, where students can graduate with a certificate, associate in applied science, or transfer associate degrees. And a 4-year college is a Illinois college or university where students can graduate with a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So let's first select a 2-year college and see how this works. We have a question about zip code, and that matters because the student's home or in-district community college is based on their residency classification, which is a zip code. So residents are eligible for reduced tuition called in-state tuition, and we'll do 60608 as the zip code that we're here right now.
Okay.
Next question is, what are you planning to study? We will select liberal arts and humanities. And what colleges would you like to explore? So if we click on this, we'll have a lot of in-district schools that we can select from, or we can choose all schools.
Okay, so Eva, what if we select all? What happens when we select all the schools?
If you select all schools, you will still get the in-district schools on the top because they have the lowest tuition.
Okay.
So if we click on results, you can see that in-district still ends up on the top.
Okay.
So you can always, safe way is always to go to see all schools unless you know that there is a specific school in your mind and you can select that specific school.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so this is a lot of information. So help us to understand these results and what it's telling us and what those categories are that are on the left sidebar that are telling us. I see a sort and filter.
Yes, so there's a sort and filter and edit categories. First, sort and filter can be done either best match, A to Z, or distance. So sorting that is done as a best match will give you schools that are displayed in rank order that's based on the selection of filters and how well those characteristics of the school align with those filters. So the initial best fit depends on the default settings, which we have selected here as tuition and fees, student debt, earnings in Illinois, and earnings growth in Illinois. And that's not based on a user selection. But if you change your selection of filters, the ordering of schools will most likely change. The filters we have available is school size, school's location, minority serving institutions, and athletics. The next tab is edit categories. You may select up to 5 categories from drop-down list in both college and area of study categories. First, we have college categories, which relate to the college of colleges as a whole. And on the bottom is area of study, so that will refer to the area of study that we selected.
Okay. All right, I'm going to stop you right there and can talk a little bit about these categories because it looks like there are quite a few categories to choose from.
Yes.
So can you just take us through the category selection process?
Of course.
Okay, great.
The default ones are, in college categories, are student debt and tuition and fees. Student debt, which is listed right here, is the average amount borrowed by graduates through federal loan programs like Perkins, Stafford, subsidized, unsubsidized loans. that help you pay for your undergraduate education, and student tuition and fees is the amount of tuition and fees that's required to cover full academic year that's most frequently charged to students. And it is based on a zip code entered, so there's a distinction between in-district tuition and out-of-district tuition.
Oh, so that's why we enter the zip code on the previous
Yes.
screen, because then we can decide what colleges are closest to us that would be in district.
Yes,
Okay.
and also the ones that are in district have lower tuition than out of district.
Okay, all right, thanks. Okay, let's carry on.
We can also look at area of study categories, which relate to the area of study we pre-selected. And as a default, we have earnings in Illinois, which is average annual salary for graduates working in Illinois, taken 3 years after graduation, and earnings growth, which is the percent difference between earnings in the second and fourth year of working in Illinois. And then we can also add and subtract categories that may be of our interest. So in college categories, I will unselect student debt and add advancement rate, which is the percent of full-time degree-seeking community college students that graduate or transfer from college. But in area of study categories, we can eliminate earnings growth in Illinois and replace with job stability in Illinois, where job stability is percentage of all graduate jobs in Illinois where graduates work for the same employer for at least 3 consecutive quarters.
Okay, all right. So we're talking about information, when you talk job stability, we're talking about same employer for,
At least 3 consecutive quarters, so we can think of a stable job that you hold for a while at the same place of employment.
Okay, all right, great, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. Okay.
So let's read the results. On the top, we have Wilbur Wright College in CCC, which is Chicago Community Colleges. But let's actually get back to restore default categories.
Okay, great.
And tuition and fees will be $3,500 a year in district. Student debt is $4,500. Earnings in Illinois will be about $35,000 in the 3rd year after graduation, and earnings growth in Illinois is about 11% from year 2 to year 4 after graduation.
Okay, all right. Wow, this information is extremely useful because me as a parent, I can use this information to help my child decide what they want to do after high school, whether they're going to go to a 2-year college or a 4-year college. And in this example that you're using, you were saying that if my child graduates from Wright College, our family can reasonably expect to pay about $4,500 in student debt, and that my child would make about $35,000 after graduating.
Yes.
How many years after graduation?
3 years after graduation.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Wow. This is a lot of information and data. Where does this data come from?
Oh, we get it from IDS wage records.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Okay. So now I've decided that I want my student. We've decided we're going to go to Wilbur Wright. How can we get more information about this college?
Okay, let's take a look at Wilbur Wright College. We can click on the hyperlink with its name, and we'll see a box with 4 additional links. We have school details with school's address, phone number, website, and other basic information. We have graduates entering job market with top 3 industries where graduates from Wright College in liberal arts are employed, along with earnings and job stability that corresponds to each industry. graduates continuing education with continued enrollment rate that gives up about 77% students who continue education after graduating from liberal arts and humanities and Wright College. And liberal arts humanities programs, if we click on that, we'll see the program where we can do associate degree in general studies or liberal studies. And clicking on general studies, what can we expect? We can expect classes in literature, philosophy, history, social studies, life science.
Okay. All right, great. So let's go ahead and take a look at a four-year institution.
Definitely.
Okay, but before we do that, I just want to tell you, if you've just joined us, you're watching IDES and You, a pre-recorded show about the many free resources IDES offers to Illinoisans across the state. I'm Troy McMillan with the Illinois Department of Employment Security, and my guest and sometimes host is Eva Gallagher, and she is the Workforce Outcomes Manager. So we're discussing Illinois College to Career, a website designed to help students and parents make decisions about life after high school. Again, this show is pre-recorded. If you want more information, you can visit us at, there's the website, ides.illinois.gov, and it's listed, you can call us there. You can get information there. You can also call us at the number that's listed on your screen now. So let's get back to it with Eva Gallagher, and we're going to now look at Illinois College to Career, the four-year college option.
All right, so choose your options and go. Now we select four-year college. What are you planning to study? We can select business, and let's choose all colleges to see what's available out there. Now we also have more filters on the left-hand side. We have college sector with private for-profit, for example, DeVry, private non-for-profit, which is DePaul and Roosevelt, public, for example, Northeastern Illinois University, and religious affiliations such as religious DePaul or non-affiliated, again, Northeastern. So now let's select public college and look at the best matches. Click on public, and our top choice is University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign with $18,000 cost after aid, student debt about $20,000, earnings about $70,000, and earnings growth 10%.
Okay. Wow, those are pretty high earnings.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Graduates from business school in University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign do very well in the job market. But if we take a look again at the website,
Okay.
we'll see that in other public colleges, the earnings are about $50,000. So we can probably expect that if you go other places. But if we get back to Illinois University of Illinois and see at graduates entering job market, which industries are so successful? For example, professional, scientific, and technical industry is about $70,000, as well as manufacturing. But finance and insurance, graduates can expect almost $80,000 in there. So let's see what type of occupations are most available in that industry are financial managers, general operation managers, and financial analysts. So if we click on financial analysts, we'll see that wages in Illinois, or we can also choose other areas of Illinois, are pretty high with employment that's large, 10-year growth large, average, and above average annual openings.
Okay. All right, great. So wow, this is a lot of information to digest, but it does look like it's a pretty easy to access.
Yes.
So can we take a look at one more scenario? So now we have a few more minutes left. We've looked at a 2-year, we looked at 4-year. Let's take a look at a 2-year to 4-year. So a student who starts off at a community college and then goes over to a 4-year.
Definitely. That's a great idea.
Okay.
We will go back to results, back to the beginning, and now choose 2-year college with the same zip code. But now let's think of health professions and related, because this is a very popular industry and program of study. So let's see results. We have community colleges in Chicago, but let's now try to do sorting by this category, earnings in Illinois. If we click on it and sort by, we will have Harry Truman College that's on the top with $56,000 earnings for graduates in 3rd year after graduating from Truman, and in health. So what does it mean? If we go there to see graduates entering job market, we'll see that healthcare and social assistance has these occupations that are available: nursing assistants, licensed practical nurses, and medical assistants. So these are the occupations where students can earn about $56,000. But let's say that the student who's been working in that occupation and who's been working in that occupation decide that this is not what I was expecting, I would like maybe administrative job, then they can start a 4-year college.
Okay, so what they've done is they've been at the 2-year
Yes.
college, they've graduated, they've been out in the workplace for a little while. They've enough to know that they want to look at something a little different.
Yes.
So then they're going to go back to school and go to a 4-year institution.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what that looks like.
And they can still stay in the medical field, but look for more administrative jobs. So let's go to 4-year college and select health professions and related. And that will give us universities that have, oh wow, this is a very low cost after $13,000 for University of Illinois at Chicago, with $62,000 a year earnings from health professions and related. So let's see what's available in terms of industries. We have healthcare and social assistance, management, professional, scientific, technical. So most likely we stay on in healthcare. But what kind of occupations are there? Registered nurses, health service administrators, and medical laboratory technologists. So we wanted to go to administration. Let's click on that and see that wages for administrators are about $99,000.
Wow, wow.
And employment is large, 10-year growth is average, and annual openings are about average. So this is a great pathway for someone who started off with a 2-year degree,
Okay.
went to job market,
Okay.
but then continued to 4-year degree and completed with a degree that can take them into an industry and occupation that is that has very high earnings and pretty stable jobs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we do have a few minutes left, so let's talk about the moving from the field, the 2-year field, and moving over to the 4-year field. We were talking about the wages being almost $99,000, almost $100,000, and then I'm actually looking at the screen there to show that the employment is large.
Yes.
And 10-year growth is average, and annual openings. Tell me just in a little bit some of the time that we have left, what above average annual openings means.
That means that you can expect more than in other fields openings, and that's a growing industry. It's not going to be shrinking. You can always find a job that's a good, successful job.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. So we have just a couple minutes left, and so that's all the time we have for right now, though.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this information. You've been watching on today's show. I'm Troy McMillan from the Illinois Department of Employment Security with fellow co-host Eva Gallagher, who was also our guest this month. And we've been talking about Illinois College to Career. And we hope that you found this information useful. For more information, visit the website. There it is, www.ilcollegetocareer.com. Now, go tell others about what you've learned here today. And we'll see you next month for a topic we're calling Everyone Needs a Reality Check. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.